Yesterday released its immigration policy, Tanya. They want to abolish the Australian border force, end offshore detention. They want to scrap boat turnbacks. If you happen to lead a hung parliament and need the Greens' support, would your position on borders soften?
No, absolutely not. No.
Scrapping border force, that's a pretty wild policy, isn't it?
Well, it's the Greens, right? I mean, I can't answer for them. That they, they've got all sorts of policies that I don't agree with. This is just one of them.
So what if you need their support and that's part of their conditions? What do you do then?
Well, it'll be up to the Greens, won't it? If they want to back Scott Morrison in a hung parliament, that's a matter for them. We're not making any deals. The leader's been very clear about that. We are not making deals. OK,
well, you've got the Greens that announced its border policy yesterday. The government is announcing its today. Will you be releasing one too?
Well, everybody knows our policy. Our policy is turnbacks where it's safe to do so, offshore processing and regional resettlement.
Just a final one here before we go, just on the wages. Anthony Albanese, did he shoot from the hip when he said that the minimum wage should rise by 5.1% this week?
He said what every Australian knows, which is the poorest workers in our country shouldn't be expected to take a pay cut. So we're talking about people earning $20.33 an hour, asking for an extra $1 an hour. And Scott Morrison says we can't afford that. It is just incredible to have a Prime Minister who says he wants people on $23.33 an hour to go backwards. A few years ago, we had a Liberal minister who said low wages are a deliberate design feature of our economic architecture. And since then, Scott Morrison's been pretending that that's not true. Well, you've seen the proof of it. We actually have a Prime Minister who, when asked, should Australians be paid at least the minimum wage, says it depends. So he doesn't think they should get at least the minimum wage. For those people who are on the minimum wage, he doesn't think they deserve a pay rise. Now remember, those people on the minimum wage, they're not just employees in a business, they're also customers. We know that people on $20.33 an hour aren't going to stop and buy a cup of coffee on the way to work. They're not going to take the kids out for pizza on a Friday night. They cannot afford to. When people on low wages get a little bit of extra disposable income, guess what? They spend it creating jobs for other Australians. They spend every dollar of it creating jobs for other Australians. We've got government ministers on $400 grand a year saying they need a pay rise. We've got a Deputy Prime Minister who, when his pay got cut to a backbench salary of $211,000 a year, said, I'm struggling to make ends meet. These same people are saying someone earning $20.33 an hour should go backwards in their purchasing power. I just cannot believe that these people think this is somehow fair.